Hello everyone, I'm glad to see you on my channel, and in this video I'll show you how to crochet this textured, relief and very striking pattern. This is its right side and this is its wrong side. In reality, of course, you should look at this pattern like this. Then we see an imitation of a knitted rib and these branching out twigs or leaves that go upwards. But the pattern is worked like this. That is, it's transverse crochet using slip stitches with a yarn over, and other stitches to create this height. Or, as I like to call this technique, brioche crochet. So, this pattern is worked with a crochet hook. And you'll probably say that I already have a pattern like this on my channel. Yes, I do. But in that pattern, the leaf is made with 6 stitches. In this version of the pattern, there are 8 stitches in the leaf. And I've added even taller stitches for more volume between the leaves themselves. For the pattern in this modification, I chain a number of stitches that is a multiple of 8, plus 4 stitches for symmetry. The stitches are chained, and I have chained 36 stitches.
And the first row of the pattern. In total, this pattern will consist of 2 rows. I work the first row from right to left, the second row from left to right, the third row again from right to left, the fourth from left to right. And these rows themselves consist of many short segments that run like this. But I'm not going to divide the row into separate rows, into these segments. I think it's inconvenient, not informative, and confusing. So I'm explaining, and it will be written on the screen, that the first row is the entire row that is worked from right to left up to this point. And the second row is the entire row that is worked from left to right up to this point. And then they repeat. So, the first row. I make a turning chain, insert the hook into the second chain from the hook, 1, 2, into the back loop, grab the working yarn, pull it through, and that's the first slip stitch. You need to make 8 such slip stitches in the first segment of the first row. Second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth. There, the first segment is done.
Second segment. Make a turning chain, turn, and working back, I again make 8 slip stitches, but this time with a yarn over. I make a yarn over on the hook, insert the hook into the second chain from the hook into the back loop, grab the working yarn, and pull it through all the loops on the hook. 1. Again, yarn over, insert the hook into the back loop. 2. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The second segment of the first row is done. Make a turning chain. Turn. And now I make the raised leaf element. It will have a total of 8 stitches, but they will be of different heights. I insert the hook into the second chain from the hook and begin. A slip stitch. A single crochet.
half double crochet, a double crochet. I've just crocheted half of the leaf, and now symmetrically in the opposite direction. A double crochet, a half double crochet, a single crochet, and a slip stitch in the last spot. There. You get a raised leaf element, and it had a total of 8 stitches. Next, I need to move to the lower part and crochet a path for the next leaf. But I encounter a step. How do I handle the step? I handle the step with a join. I insert the hook into the bar, like this. I've caught the bar, and into the back loop of the row below. I grab the working yarn and work a slip stitch through all the loops on the hook. That's 1. There will be 8 such slip stitches here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And there, another segment of the first row is ready.
Next, I'll explain the pattern repeat that you need to follow. So pay close attention. Make a turning chain, turn. And working back, I crochet 8 slip stitches with a yarn over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Make a turning chain and turn. Next is the raised leaf element. They are all worked identically. Into the second chain from the hook, I insert my hook and work a slip stitch, a single crochet, a half double crochet, a double crochet, another double crochet, a half double crochet, a single crochet, and a slip stitch. So the raised leaf element is ready. And the final touch of the pattern repeat. I insert the hook into the bar and into the row below. This will be the join, and it will also be the first slip stitch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 regular slip stitches. And that's the pattern repeat for this row.
8 slip stitches with a yarn over, a raised leaf element, 8 regular slip stitches. Again, 8 slip stitches with a yarn over, a raised leaf element, 8 regular slip stitches. I work like this, repeating this sequence to the end of the row. At the end of the row, you should have 4 stitches left, not 8. This is necessary so that the leaves in the next row are staggered relative to the previous row to create this checkerboard effect. So let's meet at the end of the row. I'll show you how to finish this row. I'm approaching the end of the row and I have 4 stitches left. I see a step, so I make a join, inserting the hook into the bar and into the back loop of the row below. And here I only work 4 slip stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4. Make a turning chain, turn, and working back, I crochet 4 slip stitches with a yarn over. I make a yarn over on the hook, insert the hook into the second chain from the hook. 1, 2, 3, 4. Make a turning chain and turn. And now I have only 4 stitches left again, which means I only make half a leaf here. Into the second chain from the hook, I insert my hook and make a slip stitch, a single crochet, a half double crochet, and a double crochet. And look, that was the first row. All of this is one single first row. I went from the right edge to the left edge, and now I move on to crocheting the second row.
In the second row, the sequence, the alternation of stitches will be almost the same as in the first. The only thing is that we will change the position of the leaf and we will change which stitches we make as regular slip stitches and which we make as slip stitches with a yarn over. But the total number of stitches and this general alternation, 8, 16, 8, 16, will remain. So, how to make the second row? Make a turning chain, turn, I insert the hook. No, first I'll make a yarn over, then I insert the hook into the second chain from the hook, grab the working yarn, and make a slip stitch with a yarn over. 1, 2, 3, 4, and I encounter a step. If there's a step, you need to make a join, but this join will be on the right side, so I make it a little differently here so that it looks pretty on the right side. So I insert the hook into the bar and into the strand of yarn, like this. 1, 2, I catch 2 strands, and I make a yarn over on the hook like this, then I go into the row below into the back loop, grab the working yarn, and pull the working yarn through all the loops on the hook. I tighten it, that's 5, 6, 7, 8, and there it is, the first segment of the second row, 8 slip stitches with a yarn over. See how beautiful this join turned out on the right side? And you get this lovely V shape here, this beautiful tapering of these 2 branches. Make a turning chain and turn. And next will be the raised leaf element. It's exactly the same as in the first row. I insert the hook into the second chain from the hook, a slip stitch, a single crochet, a half double crochet, a double crochet, another double crochet, a half double crochet, a single crochet, and a slip stitch, and the leaf is ready. Next segment, make a turning chain, turn, and now I make 16 slip stitches with a yarn over, starting in the second chain from the hook. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I reach the first step, so I make a join. I insert the hook into the 2 strands, like this, make a yarn over, and insert the hook into the row below. 9, 10, 11, 12, and another step. Again, I insert the hook into the 2 strands, make a yarn over, and into the row below. 13, 14, 15, 16, and there it is. Another segment in the second row is ready. There it is. Next, make a turning chain, turn, and I continue to crochet like this to the end of the row. A raised leaf element of 8 stitches, 16 slip stitches with a yarn over, to this point. A raised leaf element, 16 slip stitches, a raised leaf element, and then however many slip stitches are left. There will be 12 here, because it's 4 stitches short of a full pattern repeat, so 12. This will be the repeat. A leaf, 16 stitches. Let me repeat it one more time. Into the second chain from the hook, I insert my hook and work a slip stitch, a single crochet, a half double crochet, a double crochet, a double crochet, a half double crochet, a single crochet, a slip stitch, and the second part of the repeat, make a turning chain, turn, and 16 slip stitches with a yarn over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. At the next point, a join. Yarn over into the row below. 9, 10, 11, 12. Yarn over, a join. 13, 14, 15, 16. Make a turning chain and turn. And I repeat this to the end of the row. Let's meet here, I'll show you what to do. And so I'm approaching the end of the row, and I have the last element left. So make a turning chain, turn, and here I make 12 slip stitches with a yarn over. Into the back loop, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Next, a join. 9, 10, 11, and 12. A turning chain is not made in this case. I only have half a leaf left to make, and this half leaf will start with the tallest stitch. For me, that's a double crochet. So here at the beginning of the row, I'm going to make a magic starting double crochet. I pull the working loop up to the height of the stitch, I twist the hook, and insert the hook into the bar, like this. I grab the working yarn and pull up a loop. I have a twist and a loop on my hook. The whole time I hold the yarn with my finger, otherwise it will unravel. Then I pull through the loop and the twist together. 1, the loop and the twist together 2, and that makes a magic starting double crochet. And then I crochet the leaf as usual, a half double crochet, a single crochet, and a slip stitch. And I finish the second row, the last section, make a turning chain, and 4 slip stitches with a yarn over. 1, 2, 3, 4. And look, with that, the second row is finished. From here, just rewind to the beginning of the video and work the first row again. And so you alternate first, second, first, second, first, second. There are only 2 rows here.
The only exception in the third row is that you will encounter steps. Make a turning chain and turn, but the rule here is simple. Initially, we worked the first row along a smooth foundation chain. Now there will be steps. The sequence of stitches is exactly the same. I work 8 slip stitches first and make it a rule for myself. If I see a step, I make a join. That's all you need to do in this row. See a step, make a join, and I take the sequence and type of stitches from the first row. And so I continue working. This is if I need to continue crocheting this pattern to the desired height. If I need to make a flat edge, the same as at the beginning, flat here and flat here, then I simply work this row with slip stitches. The number of stitches will be exactly the same as in the foundation chain. I had 36, so there will also be 36 stitches at the end. And again, I make it a rule for myself that if I see a step, I make a join. And in this way, the row simply evens out. And look, I've crocheted one element of this cable, a flat edge at the beginning, a flat edge at the end. You can then continue with a different pattern, for example, a fillet net, and make a sweater like this where you have these cables either down the center or along the sides, or you could make straps for a top out of these cables. You could continue the entire fabric with these cables. Yes, this is how it looks. And make, for example, a baby blanket or a stall, a scarf, a cowl. You can use it in hats, in socks, in mittens, and even a garment can be made with this pattern. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you in advance for your likes. Thank you for watching my videos. Thank you for your attention. Subscribe to the channel. Bye-bye.